I got charmed by the beautiful looking deities here. Gaura Nitai, Krishna Gaur Nityananda, looking so artful, excellent. Karatal, have you?
Yes.
Karatal? Can sing some song and then Harikatha.
Maharaj also liked the picture, no? This picture.
Oh, it's one of my great favorites.
Oh.
One of my all-time favorite poets.
Ja, kannst du Gitarre spielen? Bitte. Ich spiele ganz besser, du nicht schummeln.
Ich spiele Harmonie, can play everything.
See, this poet portraying the Sakhya pastimes of Krishna Balaram, along with all their beloved friends, has been one of my all-time favorites. This poet. Simply giving some glimpse of idea how beautiful it could be. The pastimes of Krishna Balaram, accompanied by all their bosom friends, transcendental bosom friends, intimate friends, full of joy. Mother Nature is also full of joy by their touch, by the touch of their feet, running feet on her bosom, on her chest, whole natural surroundings also becoming filled with so much joy, ecstatic experience, and they are also having so ecstatic moments in the company of Krishna Balaram, playful mood, filled with sakhya rasa, transcendental, ecstatic love mellows, the mode of friendship, intimate friendship. So this kind of portrait, very narrative, self-expressive. Maharaj, would you like to sing? I can start singing. Jayo Radha Madhava
Siguru Charana Padma.
First? Okay, then after you sing that, then I will sing Jayo Radha Madhava.
Siguru Charana Padma Kevala Kaji Sarma
Siguru Charana
Krishna Bhakti Krishna Guru Mukha Padma Vaishya Ijate Goriya Sade Dule Jagotana Dilo Je Jamne Jamne Prabhu Se Jagotana Dilo Je Jamne Jamne Prabhu Se Divyajnana Shikuru Padma Sindhu Padma Bando Yogara Yogara Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jayo Radha Madhava
Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Gopi Jana Vallabho Girivara Dhari
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 Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Randana
Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Randana
Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Randana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Randana
Yashoda Nandana Braja Randana
Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Randana
Yashoda Nandana Braja Randana
Yamuna Tira Banachari
Yamuna Tira
Banachari
Yamuna Tira
Kunja Vihari
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Gopi Jana Vallabho Girivara Dhari
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 Jayo, Jayo,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Saprajatam Sahabana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Savanalalitam Sri Shakham Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Mishavatarakam Tat Prakashamscha Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam Vande Guru Padadandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanang Vande Radhika Charana Dvayam Sri Nandanandanang Vande Radhika Charana Dvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavano Manoharam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavano Manoharam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna. So here I am seeing some beautiful portraits, most beautiful, wonderful portraits of Krishna Balarama Lila, accompanied by their sakhas. Another wonderful portrait of Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, absorbed overwhelmingly absorbed in divine ecstatic love mode, in the ecstatic mood of love for Krishna. Is overwhelmed in the ecstatic loving mood in relation to Krishna, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. This kind of portrait is representing, manifesting that mood, that ecstatic mood of Mahaprabhu absorbed in the loving emotion of Srimati Radha Thakurani for Krishna, for her supreme beloved Lord Krishna. Therefore he has been glorified. Therefore he has been praised as Radha Bhavaddhuti Shubalitam Naumi Krishna Sharupam. Radha Bhavaddhuti Shubalitam Naumi Krishna Sharupam. I worship, I lovingly, devotedly worship that supreme, beautiful, wonderfully beautiful golden Lord, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dev, who manifested, who beautifully, or who manifested with wonderful beauty of the effulgence, being decorated with the effulgence of the loving mood of Srimati Radharani, intense love ecstasy of Srimati Radharani. And he tasted it, being Krishna inside, while manifesting as in beautiful golden form, Gauranga outside, and being unified, Krishna and Gauranga form. Together, Mahaprabhu exhibited, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu beautifully exhibited, manifested in the ecstatic mode, in the decorated by the love ecstasy of Srimati Radharani in relation to Krishna. In other words, Lord Krishna Chaitanya Dev wonderfully manifested, being imbued and beautified with the blissful love of Krishna, ecstatic love of Krishna, as experienced by Srimati Radharani in the Braja Leela. Whole Antarleela, the last 12 years of the pastimes of Lord Gauranga, Krishna Chaitanya Dev, was very much filled with Radha Bhava, very much filled with the upsurge of the ecstatic love feelings of Srimati Radhika for Krishna. And therefore, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu beautifully described how Mahaprabhu manifested, being wonderfully decorated with 8 kinds of divine love symptoms, 8 qualities of divine love signs. All over his divine form. That kind of love experience, that kind of ecstatic ecstatically divine love experience in relation to the Supreme Divine Absolute, beautiful Sri Krishna, was never experienced before. What was found in Mahaprabhu, something wonderfully unprecedentedly taste, experience of ecstatic love of Krishna, absorbed in the loving emotion of Srimati Radha. And his whole body became thrilled, filled with the thrilling nectarine experience of Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna, her intense love for Krishna. Mahaprabhu was relishing. Krishna was relishing in the form of Golden Lord, Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya. This portrait manifests some idea, gives us some idea, some glimpse into that pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. It cannot completely describe. That's impossible. Who can describe the endless beauty and glory and wonderfully effulgent golden form of Mahaprabhu, golden complexion of Mahaprabhu, being imbued with the mood and complexion of Srimati Radhika? Who can describe, who can portray that? It's impossible. You can only receive a glimpse towards it. Glimpse of the taste of that wonderful beauty and decoration. Manifestation of the Golden Lord. Golden Lord. Manifesting with the golden mood and golden complexion. Golden loving emotion and golden complexion of Srimati Radha Thakurani. In relation to Krishna, he himself became Krishna. Now, being Krishna, taking the position of Srimati Radharani, taking not only the position, mood and complexion, everything of Srimati Radharani, now tasting himself, tasting his own ecstatic love as experienced by Srimati Radharani, as intensely, wonderfully experienced by Srimati Radharani for him. That is the wonderful characteristics of the Leela of Gaurahari, Lord Gauranga, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna and Chaitanya Dev. Krishna, the very derivative meaning of the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya means he is the highest identity, he is the highest conception, highest embodiment of all Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya means consciousness. Krishna means Krishna. The highest embodiment, highest personification of blissful Krishna consciousness. That is the direct meanings, derivative meanings, innermost direct meanings of his name, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And that name Mahaprabhu actually spoke in the ear of Kesava Bharati during Sannyas. Mahaprabhu wanted his sannyasa guru, whom he accepted. Mahaprabhu was playing that kind of cute role of becoming sannyasi disciple of Kesava Bharati, but actually he was being the guru of Kesava Bharati by accepting him in that Leela, playing the role of giving him sannyas. Actually he was the main director. Mahaprabhu was the main guru, main director, but director of Kesava Bharati. The fact was that he was the actual director, factual inspirer, director of Kesava Bharati. So he specifically directed or inspired Kesava Bharati to give him sannyasa. So it is understood, it is seen in that higher truthful way, higher vision, that actually by taking sannyasa from Kesava Bharati Mahaprabhu actually became the Guru of Kesava Bharati. Okay. In other words, Mahaprabhu, by his acceptance, through the Sannyasa Lila, Mahaprabhu actually accepted Kesava Bharati to do that service to Mahaprabhu, to service to him, of giving Mahaprabhu sannyasa in a social way, what Mahaprabhu needed to save many jiva souls in the world. He wanted to have the dress of the sannyasa ashram, the garb of the sannyasi, although he himself was the Lord of all sannyasis, supreme object of worships of all sannyasis. Still, he wanted to take sannyas, to practice it by applying it through his own practice, through his own examples. So, back to the point. So, this beautiful name, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, was actually not given by Kesava Bharati to Mahaprabhu, but actually Mahaprabhu spoke that name, pronounced that name to his ear in order to give him back. Okay, because Kesava Bharati was thinking which name to be given, then Mahaprabhu spoke that beautiful name, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, to his ear, asking him to confer that name, confer that sannyasa name on him. And Kesava Bharati did accordingly. See, it's a very meaningful name, most beautifully significant name, Krishna Chaitanya. Sometimes we call Mahaprabhu as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is fine, very fine. But when we call him as Sri Krishna Chaitanya, then it is also so fine, so completely beautiful, so more completely expressive about his character, about his divine, wonderful divine character, holistic character, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because he is Anta Krishna Bahir Gauram. He was factually Lord Krishna covered with. Inside he was Lord Krishna, completely covered with the form, the complexion and the form of Gauranga. Golden form and complexion of Srimati Radharani, manifesting as Gauranga. Manifesting as Gauranga. That is what Mahaprabhu. This is one of the very nice portraying of Sri Gaura Leela, Krishna Chaitanya Leela, during the last portions of his Leela, last portion of his manifest pastimes, throughout the last 12 years. Throughout the last 12 years of his Leela in Jagannath Puri Dham, mostly in Gambhira. Mostly it manifested in Gambhira, Kashi Mishra Bhavan Gambhira, small bhajana kutir. Apparently he remained so secluded, not isolated. So he remained so reserved and secluded away inside the small room of Gambhira, accompanied by, most lovingly, devotedly accompanied by Swarup Goswami Prabhu, Rai Ramananda Prabhu. So although the external space of the Gambhira room looked so small, but what was happening inside was so big. What was happening inside, then the nature of Mahaprabhu's pastimes, transcendental pastimes, filled with, surcharged with the Radha Bhava. That was of so endless character, so big, magnanimous, endless character. That was manifesting apparently inside a small room. But of course, Mahaprabhu also, from that small room, Mahaprabhu came out often, frequently he came out. He came out by displaying the mystical pastimes, mysterious, wonderful pastimes, came out mysteriously wonderful way. How all the Gambhira doors, the room doors remain closed. The doors of that Gambhira, the small bhajan kutir, remain closed as it is. Mahaprabhu was outside. Because sometimes devotees, because Mahaprabhu was passing through extreme, painfully ecstatic Krishna prema, painfully blissful experience of the Vipralambha dasha, Vipralambha mood of Krishna prema. And often during the day or often during the night time, he simply come out, the Gambhira room. So sometimes devotees, what they did for the safety, for some security and protection of Mahaprabhu, they are doing their duty. Through Gyan Shunna Bhakti. Through their Gyan Shunna Bhakti, devotees are doing their loving duty of trying to keep Mahaprabhu safe, secured inside the room without letting him go out, going out and running and falling unconscious, falling losing external consciousness. So falling unconscious here and there, anywhere, sometimes in the ocean water. So devotees were trying to be very careful. They were trying to take good care, loving care of Mahaprabhu. So sometimes the devotees they would lock Mahaprabhu from outside. Sickle, lock Mahaprabhu from outside. Still it did not work. At some point they opened the door, Mahaprabhu was not there. Everything remained the same. Door remained locked from outside, everything same. Mahaprabhu was not there. How they could keep Mahaprabhu inside in that way. And then And they run, spread the message in the midnight. During the midnight, messages are spread. Devotees went out looking for Mahaprabhu. Devotees simply went out in Jagannath Puri looking for Mahaprabhu, searching for Mahaprabhu, intensely, desperately looking for Mahaprabhu. Where is he gone? And sometimes they would discover Mahaprabhu, just his divine form, fell unconscious with his divine form, just laying down before Singhadwar, the main gates of Jagannath temple. Okay. Mahaprabhu was simply lying down there without any external consciousness, absorbed in transcendental trance of ecstatic trance of Krishna Prema, Vipralambha, often being surrounded by the Telangana Gavis, Telangana cows. Telangana cows, small Telangana cows, who are so busily occupied, so busily engaged in smelling the fragrance of Mahaprabhu's divine form. Sometimes they are found to be smelling the fragrance of Mahaprabhu's divine form, still unconscious. Also sometimes, out of their great love, licking all over the form of Mahaprabhu. Licking, smelling, caressing Mahaprabhu's form. Sometimes they are just drinking the fena, nectarian foam. Foam came out of Mahaprabhu's mouth in the in the state of Ashtashaktika Vikara, in the state of 8 kinds of transcendental love symptoms for Krishna. Sometimes the joints of Mahaprabhu's hands and legs and body would be slackened due to the great effects, wonderful effects of the Krishna Prema. His joints would become slackened. Mahaprabhu would become longer, his divine body would become taller, longer. Other times, his body would be sinking, like kurma, like tortoise, going inside the cell. Tortoise, what do you call tortoise going inside the cell? Sometimes they're coming out. So other times, Mahaprabhu's body would be sinking. Other times, devotees found some blood coming out of the skin pores due to the great intense effect of the thrill, and full of sweating and all, sometimes so colorfully decorated. Devotees have never seen such most beautiful, wonderful colors. So, apparently, normally discolored, but through that discoloring, so other wonderful mystical mixture of the colors manifested all over Mahaprabhu's divine form. Sometimes they found him, all his hair stood on their root. Hairs of Mahaprabhu, hairs of this skin of Mahaprabhu, or how do you call it? Hair stood at the end, having goosebumps with a lot of divine thrills. And some divine foam, some nectarine foam coming out of Mahaprabhu's mouth with nectarine fragrance. And he was found to be surrounded by the Telangana Gavis cows, and they were also drinking that foam from Mahaprabhu's mouth. So wonderfully mysterious, wonderfully ecstatic experience devotees had. Wonderfully, mystically ecstatic experience devotees had. The heart witnessed. And then at some point, sometimes devotees, other times devotees found Mahaprabhu, ran and jumped into the ocean. But for wonderful, mysterious reason, he did not drown. Mahaprabhu, Krishna, Mahaprabhu's divine body, divine form, never got drowned in the ocean water, never got sunk. They found Mahaprabhu's divine form was floating on the ocean waves, imbued with the beautiful moon ray, imbued with beautiful moon sign, moon rays, floating on the top of ocean waves, being washed and floating on the top of ocean waves. So much beautified with moon's ray, golden ray of the moon. Urmi Shirsha Shupta Deha Bhata Ranga Bahitam. Guru Maharaj described in Sri Premadhamo Deva Stotra. Ratri Shesha Shomma Besha Shayitadra Shaikatam. Urmi Shirsha Shupta Deha Bhata Ranga Bahitam. Sometimes devotees found Mahaprabhu. His divine form is laying down on the seashore, being washed and washed by the repeated waves, continually repeated waves of ocean. Other times they saw Mahaprabhu's beautiful form, devoid of external material consciousness, simply floating and dancing while floating on the tops of the ocean waves, beautified with the moon signs. And somehow devotees went inside the ocean to some extent and collected Mahaprabhu's golden form, still unconscious, brought it, carried it. Then the one and only transcendental way to bring Mahaprabhu back, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to the external consciousness, was to be chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mahamantra. Sometimes other holy names of Krishna. Govinda, Madana Mohana, Gopinatha, Madhava. That way. Hare Krishna, Govinda, Gopinatha. In this way, they used to be chanting, guided by Swarup Goswami Prabhu, mostly Swarup Goswami Prabhu, Rai Ramananda Prabhu, accompanied by other beloved associates of Lord Chaitanya. And then Mahaprabhu would have suddenly come up in external consciousness. He would come up, wake up with external consciousness. And sometimes he would come up awake. He would wake up with external consciousness, with loving complaints. Often loving complaints to the devotees. Why did you bring me back to this plane? I was so absorbed, I was so ecstatically absorbed to be watching the blissful, intimate pastimes. Blissful, intimate pastimes of Radha Govinda, Radha Madan Mohan Govinda Gopinath, in the Nikunja Leela, sometimes in other forest Leela. in the Nikunja Leela, in the cave of Govardhana mountain, and you all brought me from there, attracted me from there. Why did you bring me in this way? Of course, devotees are doing their loving service, their loving duties in this way. Then even if Mahaprabhu came to external consciousness, but sometimes he would be still absorbed in the divine blissful trance, not completely came out with external consciousness. So devotees had to carry Mahaprabhu, support Mahaprabhu to bring back to the Gambhira in that way. You know that story. Once it so happened, Mahaprabhu ran to the ocean, Mahaprabhu ran to the Chakratirtha ocean. He ran to the Jagannath Puri ocean, went inside the ocean. Then the fisherman, he did that pastime several times. One of the times it so happened, fisherman was fishing. You know that Leela. Fishermen, they used to be fishing during the night time in the ocean. And Mahaprabhu ran into the ocean. And on that day he sank. His divine form drowned a little bit, drowned in the ocean. And the fisherman was spreading the fishing net, big, huge fishing net in the ocean, in the process of fishing. And then one of the fishermen sprayed his huge net in the ocean for catching fish, staying on his boat as he sprayed a big net for catching fish. Then at some point he was pulling up the fishing net and felt the weight, thought he might have caught the big fish. Very big fish, so he became so delighted, became so joyful. Now I have caught a very big fish. Then he pulled up. Some point he pulled up on the water surface and closely looked at, found a beautiful man, a beautiful golden man with golden form and complexion. There, he got wonderstruck. His heart became wonderstruck. Somehow or other, one fisherman with the help of the companion, took Mahaprabhu up on the boat. As soon as he directly touched Mahaprabhu's body, became mad. Fisherman became maddened with the upsurge of divine bliss. He had no clue what was happening. He has no clue what was happening with him and with his companions. Anyway, somehow or other, we tried to. Somehow or other, that fisherman, most wonderfully fortunate fisherman, was trying to get hold of him, trying to have some control over him, holding him in a normal, realistic way, but he could not do it. And at some point, with the help of his other fisherman companion, they also had the similar feelings, similar situation. who will manage who will hold who. You know, it was such a situation. Somehow or other they carried Mahaprabhu's divine form from their fishing boat on the seashore. And they laid Mahaprabhu's body on the seashore. And they did not know what to do. They were laughing. They did not know what to do. They were laughing and crying, having thrills all over their body, ecstatic thrills. They were experiencing it, crying, and they don't know what was happening. Dancing and singing, having thrills all over their body, goosebump, laughing, crying, and could not leave Mahaprabhu. They could understand something most wonderful thing happening in their life, ambrosial experience. They felt about themselves endlessly fortunate, and by that time some of the fishermen, the main at some point, the main fishermen who pulled Mahaprabhu from the ocean water, somehow he tried to do some reality checking in a normal way, he was advancing forward, started walking forward to find out how to take Mahaprabhu, how to manage this situation. And as that fisherman was walking forward, he could not walk properly. He could not be walking properly. His walking steps were being converted into dance. He was dancingly walking, crying, laughing, having thrills all over the body. Somehow his walking slowed down. And by that time, Swarup Goswami Prabhu, Swarup Goswami, Rai Ramananda, accompanied by other beloved associates of Mahaprabhu, is desperately looking for Mahaprabhu, desperately searching after Mahaprabhu. So, by the very happy chance, now they happen to meet this fisherman. Fisherman and them now happen to meet each other. Meet each other. Now, they, as soon as they came across each other, met each other, and Swarup Goswami saw, as soon as Swarup Goswami saw the fisherman's situation, his condition, he immediately understood. He might have touched Mahaprabhu, saw Mahaprabhu, touched Mahaprabhu. That's how he is in such helpless situation. And fisherman, he was asking fisherman, what happened with you? Swarup Damodar Goswami already realizing what was actually happening with him. He could immediately experience it, realizing what was happening with him. Still he asked, what's happening with you? Why have you been in such wonderful situation? What's happening with you? How could you have these wonderful feelings, wonderful beauty, and wonderful mood? Fisherman could hardly speak. Somehow he was trying to speak, but he could not speak. Out of great ecstatic feelings, could not speak. Being choked, his voice, everything being choked with so much endless bliss. Voice getting choked. Somehow he tried to communicate, but Swarup Goswami Prabhu already understood. Swarup Damodar Goswami devotee understood. Somehow to body language, some way. So us where? where you found our Prabhu, our Lord? Then the fishermen took them to that place of the seashore where they laid down Mahaprabhu's divine form. As soon as Sarup Goswami Rai, Ramananda Prabhu, all the associates of Mahaprabhu saw Mahaprabhu, immediately they also become overwhelmed with the same 8 kinds of divine love symptoms. They become immediately, immediately overwhelmed, beautified, decorated, filled, that's the word I was looking for, filled with upsurge of that 8 kinds of ecstatic love symptoms. They all. But devotees are more trained. They are more trained, so somehow they could manage themselves in that way. They did not become so helpless like the fisherman who was experiencing for the first time. Somehow devotees guided themselves, managed them. Went close by Mahaprabhu and chanted, sang Harinama, Hare Krishna Mahamantram, Haridhani. Then brought Mahaprabhu, woke Mahaprabhu up into external consciousness. Then Mahaprabhu would often say, why did you bring me up? Why did you bring me back to external consciousness? I was having ambrosial experience, ambrosial taste, I was drowning, I was swimming in the unlimited ocean of the ambrosial bliss of Radha Krishna Leela. I was having the darshan. You all brought me, woke me from that plane. Then of course, Sarup Damodar Prabhu would be singing some similar way of esoteric pastimes, some devotional songs describing similar way. Same esoteric pastimes of Radha Krishna. Mahaprabhu would be again overwhelmed with blissful love of Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So then Mahaprabhu's beloved associates would take him back, bring him back to Gambhira now. This Gambhira again. All these things are happening in moonlit midnight. Lord Gauranga's, Lord Krishna Chaitanya's mystical midnight pastimes. All these things are happening in the beautiful moonlit midnight. So wonderful. And so in that way, devotees, his beloved associates would be always surrounding Mahaprabhu. So much loving care. So such type of wonderful, blissful pastimes of Mahaprabhu manifested in Jagannath Puri. During day, during night. This beautiful portrait awakening in me, inspiring to be tasting Mahaprabhu's Leela manifested in Jagannath Puri. Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. Whole Jagannath Puri Dham became imbued, filled with Mahaprabhu's ecstatic mood, ecstatic Vipralambha Krishna Prema. Gaur Hari Bol. And besides this picture I see Sakharasa, the Krishna Balaram. Most probably they are coming back. Most probably perhaps at the end of the day, or the way it is portrayed, still daytime. maybe at the end part of the day before sunset. They are coming back home, very, very joyful. Okay, they are very joyful, coming back home with so much blissful, playful bliss. The devotee who painted it, portrayed it, I appreciate very much. Expressed, manifested that mood, portrayed that mood of Krishna Balarama. Okay, accompanied by all their beloved friends, beloved associates, friend, cows, coming back home. Big line, many, many shakhas. On some portion of Yamuna river. On the forest of Vrindavana, situated on the banks of Yamuna. Nowadays we do not see so much forest in the home of Vrindavana because of the misuse of the humans. But in original Vrindavana, filled with greenery, beautiful forest, beautiful greenery. Not only filled with beautiful green, but beautiful flowers and fruits. The wind carrying the Malayaja Chandana fragrance, first class Chandana wood fragrance. Yamuna water would be tasting as nectar. All became converted in a wonderfully nectarian way because Krishna's nectarian presence, Krishna Balaram's nectarian pastimes. The grasses, Mother Earth, the soil of Vrindavana, Mother Earth began to be feeling the extreme, an inexplicable extreme, intense happiness, bliss, feeling the touch of their footsteps, feeling the touch of the feet, footsteps of Krishna Balaram and their shakhas, embracing, absorbing the ecstatic touch, blissful nectarine touch of the lotus feet of Krishna Balaram, their shakhas. Sakhya rasa, the kind and quality of the sakhya rasa melons, Krishna Balaram and their bosom friends relished. No ordinary mellows of friendship, no ordinary type of friendly mellows, very deep, very high, very deep, most sublime type of nectarian friendly love they relished, tasted in relation to Krishna Balaram. It was the epitome experience, most profound nectarian experience of nectarian friendly love. Friend's love with Krishna Balaram, between Krishna Balaram and the other shakhas. All they shared, exchanged that ecstatic love feelings, and that made them becoming so joyfully playful and dancing. Not only them, all the cows and calves, they also shared the same taste. All the cows and their calves, the trees, the grasses on the ground, the trees, river water of Yamuna Devi, birds, winds, all were sharing mystically very mysteriously, transcendentally sharing the same nectarine taste of the friendly love, of the top class deep, friendly mellows, friendly love mellows. Okay, not only them, but it was being shared all through, around, so alive, so ambrosially alive, pastimes. Therefore, Raghunath Das Goswami said, Shakhayate mama namostu nityam, but dashayate mama rasastu satyam. Oh, Shakha Rasa, even being the high-class devotee of the Madhurya Rasa, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, out of great, beautiful humility, he is saying, oh, Shakha Rasa is too high for me. May my mind and heart and soul, may my whole heart be attached in the mode, in the mellows of the Dasya Rasa, only pure loving servitude. And Shakha Rasa is too high for me. May all my mind and heart be dedicated in the service of the Dasya Rasa, be fully occupied. May all my mind, heart, my whole existence be attached, be blessed with the Dasya Rasa mode. Shakha Rasa, ambrosial taste of Shakha Rasa for me is too high for me. Meaning that, because he was also tasting the great depth, he was also tasting the deep, very most profound, deep Shakha Rasa, nectarine Shakha Rasa, mellows. But still, he was having so much respect for that. He was glorifying, upholding Shakha Rasa in this way. It is too high for me. I am receiving, time to time, receiving some glimpse of the taste of the ambrosial Shakha Rasa, but I feel too high for me. Let my mind, heart, whole existence be fully satisfied, inundated with the nectarian taste of the Dasya Rasa mellows. Raghunath Das Goswami. That's how Raghunath Das Goswami, so beautifully expressing. I can continue, it's endless. How can I end? How can I end speaking the glories of the supreme, absolute, endless divine? Supreme, absolute divine of endless character. Cannot. I am very much eager to be also hearing some Harikatha from our dear Sripad Narasinga Maharaj also. Okay, that would be so lovely.
Now, Maharaj, we are listening the Lila Katha.